Hi, this is Bill. On this demo, I'll be showing you how to delete update set in ServiceNow. Most likely you got stuck on deleting update set that has led you to this video, and I would like you to fully understand the why and the how so you can strategically learn how the platform works and any obstacle basically that hinders you to delete any record in ServiceNow after you have watched this video. Now, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and join as a member to further support videos like this. Now, let us navigate to update sets, and I'll explain to you why the delete capability is not available as an action step inside the update set records. And as you basically choose a record, which I did on the left, I ticked, and now I move to the right, you can see that the delete button is grayed out. So as a practice or best practices, the feature update sets and its purpose is to track any changes inside the application scope of the ServiceNow platform. And capturing any changes provides reliability and tracking of quality if there's any configuration change that basically has been initiated. And that sort of quality recording is necessary to ensure of any mistakes that has been done and be able to reverse it back to its original state. And deleting that tracking capability is something that is not recommended as a platform feature in ServiceNow. And also in consideration of industry practice, this is also not recommended. Since update sets is used as a deployment tool from one instance to another, it is also a way of logs where you can track any changes, capture it, and be able to reverse it back. So having an update set open safeguards your platform for a specific point of time. Now, as we basically drill down to one of the update sets, as you can see in the state, you can mark it open, close it, or either ignore it. So if you see something which is irrelevant, then you can ignore it. And as you go back to the list view, you can add filters that will allow you to view only completed update sets, in progress, and so on. So depending on your practice and process, you can extend this feature set and add more states as you capture any changes or as you do your deployments. Now, looking at it in a deeper aspect, you will see that it is sitting on the sys underscore update underscore set table as a record inside the ServiceNow platform. So it means an update set is also dot, which is also governed by the GlideRecord object. Now, if you see the platform in that aspect, now you can become strategic and be able to delete a record within the table. But there are also constraints that you have encountered that ServiceNow does not allow you to delete an update set which is named default as what you see here. So if you delete an update set which is named default, automatically as you run your script using the GlideRecord object, it will fail. And as a rule of the thumb, you don't use default as a naming convention. As you do, it's either in scripting, implementation. You don't use default as a naming convention. And if you heard about Hello World, this is not far from it, as you basically create a record inside the update set. Now let us create one for our example, and let's name it dev sample dash January, and I'll move it forward 2026. And let us put it under the global application at this moment, and let us now save it. Now, as one of the key best practices before deleting a record is, of course, get all records inside the list. So let's do that and let's implement it using the script background feature of ServiceNow. So let's navigate to scripts background, and let us drill down to the scripts background and paste this line of code. Now the line number 2, we will need to replace it with the update set table. And on line 5, it gives you the picture of what fields that you would like to display. So what we're trying to do is, as we get records from the system update set, we would like to filter out like a SQL query. We only would like to display 4 fields from the record. So the fields are massive, and for efficiency purposes, as we send the query to the database, so it comes back only with 4 fields. Now, as we move to line 7, as we mentioned that we are going to use the GlideRecord object and pass the correct table name. And as we run the query, line 11 can now loop on the return dot from the database. So while this is true, line 11 or contains data, it will continuously loop in this code and implement line 12 to line 20 as expected. The amount of loop basically will be counted and will be displayed on line 23. So that's why we have created the counter from line 10 and add the plus capability, which is JavaScript, and finalize it at line 23. And as we move forward to line 15, so we have created an array object, which give us an ability to add data inside the array using the push method. And from there, we are going to two fields. And as we iterate within the index on the length of line 5, so we are looping twice as we populate the fields respectively in a key value pair perspective. Now let us run this script so you can see the outcome. And you will see here on this line that we have successfully iterated all 17 records from the sys update set table. Now our goal is to be able to delete this record that we have created. So let us copy this name and let's create a background. So that will be our filter in implementing this script of deleting. So we can put them in one code, but we are making it simple on this implementation. So as you do a get first, and as you do a get and get all the records, now the next step is basically populate it with the correct name. So let us change this. I was testing earlier before I recorded this video. So now it's like we are populating with the correct update set name, calling the update set table. And from there, we are doing a filter on line 7, and we are going to run a query. So now as we basically add the validation on line 10, if it doesn't exist, then it will not continue on deleting. And if it's true, then now we could apply the deletion. But the first step has to be unique. So as we know that we only have 17 records, so it's easy to identify, but you could have duplicate names, but not duplicate sys-ID. And as we recommend that you get the sys-ID and the name to ensure the correctness of the record we're trying to delete. So now what we're trying to do is, as we grab the sys-ID, and we will do a loop using the GlideRecord call. So the naming convention are not for production use, but we are focused on functionality at the moment, and the naming conventions are not correct. So as you implement this in your own script, and I fully recommend to create an object like a repository pattern, so it allows you to call any operations to the database. So I have created a full playlist on scripting best practices, which you will find at the end of the screen. And if you find also value to this video, please don't forget to subscribe and join as a member. So now as we move forward to the line of code, we are safely coding and converting the name to lowercase to ensure that we get equality using the equality sign. So the common pitfalls is the use of double equals and triple equals in the JavaScript techniques. So I have created a specific video regarding that to further strengthen your JavaScript skill set. So now if the code is, or the name of the update set record is equal to default, then automatically this code will run and the update set record will not be deleted. And as we have used line 28, so it has to be true and the unique value has to be implemented. So we are basically safeguarding the code to ensure we only delete the correct record. So we are adding logs on each step of the way to ensure readability and for debugging purposes and logging feature. Now that we have ensured correctness, at line 34, we will now call the delete record function, which is coming from the GlideRecord object, which is referenced here at line 6. So now let us run the script. And as you can see, it has been deleted successfully and we have deleted one record. So now let us move back to the update set. And as you can see now that we only have 16 records. If you have found value on this demo, please don't forget to join as a member and subscribe to have early access to videos to further support my channel. Thank you so much. This is Bill and I'll see you on the next video.